Welcome everybody in the live stream. We have today Michael GYLP2 also welcome. Rob also. Thank you for all the info and the tips that you are giving about this plugin. I don't know how I came across this plugin. I was looking for other plugins, and I think I came across of it, and I thought, why not? I tried it, and immediately it catch my attention because it sounds okay. It's I have also other synths here, so I can always compare those sounds with each other. But as I see what you're all writing here, it's a very powerful synth with lots of effects. So let's go together through this synth, and we will see what we can create with this synth, of course. I see it's so for the first thing, nice layout. You have here your envelope generators here also, but it's not those two, the filter and the amplifier generator. Those two envelope generator, ADSR, also the ADSR. What do you have also here? So for me, it's the first time. The only thing I know is what I did was this. I can show you what I did. So I can, then I thought, okay, this one sounds, this was a thing that I did with my DX7 and Dexit. So what you hear now, what you hear is also without effect. Now this one was effect, but I'm gonna turn those effects off. That's a clean sound, and my first opinion, this one sounds very nice. It's a very nice sawtooth. I can compare those with my other synths here, analog, and to be honest, you told me that it's a good sounding synth. The first thing that I hear was nice sawtooth. What do we have also here? So go make it bigger so it will be easy. If you have some tips or tricks, just leave it in the comment. Don't hesitate to ask, because so that's the oscillator. It's a sawtooth here. What do we can go up and down, as I see. So now it's in 0. Higher in pitch. Very low. Okay, that's all. That's nice to know. So I'm starting with that oscillator. You have also seen A and B, so I can go from mod, single, key splits, chain mode, and dual mode. Nice to have that also. Can go until 16 voices. Nice. Polyphonic, 16 voices polyphonic. Is that okay? Is that correct? what I say, because for all those who just came into the live stream, welcome to the live stream. And also feel free to leave a comment or just say hello in the chat. And also feel free to like and subscribe, of course, to my channel. Let's see. So we are just starting here with the oscillator. We have here an A and a B, I think, for the split mode. So you have two, A and B, like the other synths. They are bitimbral. This is the split I can choose also between where I can split. You can go to 16 voice poly mode. So for me, it's my first thing, so I didn't know this synth. So it's also discovering a little bit this synth. What I see also is patch browser. This one is for the different sounds that I can choose, but let's stay in the unison mode. Maybe you can go from there and discover this synth. Band depth, play mode, polyphonic, mono, stereo, mono. What do you have here? Latch. So those are the play modes you can choose between. And think band depth, and I think this one is for play modulation. I think it's for the mode wheel. I don't know why. Is it if it not correct? Just let me know in the chat. Then we have here oscillator FM routing, so I can also do the FM things here, modulating each oscillator modulate another oscillator. That's okay, but yes, I think it's MPE compatible. Yeah, indeed, and that's also why this area here is for that compatible. So you can go 2 up, 2 down. You can also let the oscillator drift. I see noise coloring, and this one is the FM region section here. So it behaves like a DX7 in this case, I think. And we have also here scene output. That's the output, the volume, the pan. I can pan it. Also nice. Maybe I can stuck two the same synths on each other and pan them left and right with two different sounds, like I do with the Dexits. In this case, that's very interesting to have this. I'm going to that. Send me the link of that so I can look it up. Also for FM modulation, this one, as you see, that's the same thing as in the FM sound. I have time, no problem, Michael. So we have here other modulation, unison, detune. So, but what I don't, oscillator 2, oscillator 3. Okay, now now I can see what so oscillator 1 is a sawtooth. But oscillator 2 also a sawtooth, and oscillator 3 also a sawtooth. But one thing I don't know is, I'm going to turn that off. So if I what's that? Oh. Okay, so keyboard tracking. If you don't do that without keyboard tracking, you have just noise. So those are off. I don't know why, but we will see where the mixer is. So maybe it's the mixer that's off. I'm learning now, so it's for me the first time that I'm using this synth. Now I know that's the oscillator, and if you have the key tracking, then triggering, maybe you can trigger it with another, but now we're gonna stay in the normal analog synth. To change that in another waveform, wavetables, you have here modulation sawtooth square. That's for a modulation, the classic sawtooth R square. That's the just the waveforms sound very nice. So that's also interesting that it's a very nice sounding waveform. Like that, so everyone knows what we are looking at. Going to the next, you have the sawtooth, you have then 3 oscillators. Nice. This one is the, I think, for the mod wheel, and all the rest for the keyboard. Like Michael said, it's MPE compatible, so you can use an MPE keyboard with that. That means you can have a polyphonic aftertouch, and if it also modulates when you're going sideways with your keys. You can do that also, I think. That's also the reason why. So 2 waveforms, that's all. But you have a wavetable. So if I go to the wavetable now, and I can go through that, you have sawtooth all different waveforms. Nice. So what you hear is the wave table that it is also in. It's a very powerful synth, and no stable. Let's try an envelope generator, the amplifier. Let's try that. We will see what we're gonna get. I'm gonna turn also those effects on, then you're gonna hear it will sound much better. If you have headphones on, or if you have some speakers, then you will hear go some very nice sounding sound. Very nice. I'm very glad that I found this synth. I'm gonna try now the same thing. Use the I don't know what your opinion is. My opinion, it sounds very warm, very analog. And I'm just starting to use just some waveforms from the wavetable. This one is a saw of the CS18. That's why, maybe. The filter, turn off the filter. Yes, indeed. I'm going to also nice. Now let's see what the filter does. Oh, filter is off. Low pass, of course. A 12 dB filter. Let's see what it's gonna do. Halfway resonance. Nice. Not bad. Gonna go to 75% now. I'm using the 12 dB, I think, yes. Nice one. Full open, it will... Oh yeah. Sorry for your ears. So I'm gonna turn that off and I'm gonna use my envelope generator for here. Analog, of course. But why does it do nothing? So, oh, okay, I see. I have the chorus on this now, and the chorus, there is a delay on that chorus. So when you're gonna turn that, you will hear without the chorus now. That's without the chorus, just with the reverb, without reverb and without chorus now. That's the clean sound and very, very nice sounding. That's with the chorus. I'm gonna turn off a little bit less reverb on it. Not hardware the effect that you hear is not it's from my mix table, so it's a chorus from my mix table. It's normally it's digital, it's not hard. There is no hardware chorus. I have a hardware chorus here. It's the MXR and also the Corona chorus from TC Electronic. Two very nice sounding chorus, and you hear those. The other one is an analog, the other was it's a hybrid. It's analog and digital. So, but those sounds sound also great. But this one on the Studio Live SE16, the effects on them are very, very good. To be honest, one of the I can use my hardware here, and you will know you won't hear a difference. There is a difference, but their sound, they have a nice particular sound on this mix table, and what you hear is digital, no analog effect. Yes, software effects, what you hear. Even, but when you're hearing my Prophet 5, that's an analog synth with an analog pedal, effect pedal. There is no software on that. Yeah, the same thing for the Edo Super 6. The same thing with the EXAP. The codec is analog, it's not digital. And all the others are analog, but the effects on them are digital. Yes, I know. I'm just starting to go through this synth. So as you said, I think you or someone else, there are also lots of effects. I think it was GYLP2 that said that. I think in the beginning of the chat, there is also effects on this synth. I'm also curious about, but to be honest, I'm using lots of my effects on my mix table because it's very stable, it's very nice, and there is no delay on it also. That's why I think I'm using always this one. It's easy, it's hands-on. The DX, I use always the effects on the mix table. I was looking for another pedal for the DX7. I want to also, same as the MXR, if I can find another MXR secondhand with nice price, I will buy that. It's a very, very nice sounding pedal. You must look it up. It's a yellow one with the 4 knobs, five knobs. I will try to look up it if I can find a picture of it. It's a classic one. You can find it new. You can buy it new, and it costs 181 euro here in Belgium. So I can show you that, so you can see with me. So it's this pedal here. This pedal. It's a very nice pedal that you can. It's mono input but stereo output. So idea for the DX7. So if I can find one or for 100, maybe less, I will certainly buy this pedal again for the DX7. And not only for the DX7, even I want to have that for my MS-20 for the ARP, also the same thing. For my Udo, it's a stereo output, so that's why I don't use this one here. So go back to that plugin. Yes, I'm back now to that plugin. This must closing this one. So we have what you hear are, like you said, Michael, there are digital effects. And so also for all those who just came into the live stream, welcome to the live stream. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat. If you have a question, just ask. We are here with Michael and GYLP2. They have some experience with this plugin, and my first opinion is very nice, warm sounding synth with lots of features I see. So it will take some time to I think it has some learning curve to have that. Take some time to learn this synth. First of all, it was a little bit, maybe that's the only thing that that's maybe a little minus point, is that it's not so obvious. If it was oscillator 1, 2, and 3, but maybe because there is so much on this synth that it's not possible to put everything in one display. That's why. So for GYLP, it's mix the bowl that you hear for the effects. So as you see, this, we are now going through the waveforms on the wavetable. I'm using now the wavetable. You have also FM2, FM3, sine, string, twice, lots of, that's noise, of course, white noise, I think. What do we have here also? Just a sine wave. Going high now. I'm just using one oscillator, so and the filter here, a 12 dB. If I change that in band pass, low pass 24 dB. That's a low pass 24 dB. Going to the 12 dB band pass, and then band pass 24 dB. Not so. The high pass 12 dB. (24 dB) high pass. Still, I prefer the low pass in this case, 12 dB. That's my opinion about the filter. The low pass 12 dB, very. We have here lots more vintage ladder. I don't know which one of those ladder are the Moog ladder. Is it the vintage, the legacy? Do you know which one, Michael, or GYLP? Which one of those two are the Moog ladder? Or is just a name for? You have also the OBX 12 dB. We will hear that. Nice. Also a nice sounding filter, this one. The 12 dB, 24 dB. That's my thing. Love that 12 dB. Even if it is digital, it sounds nice. What do we have also here? Key tracking. Same thing. Maybe if I have some, I'm going through some sound patches after, and I'm gonna play that on with my DX7 without playing, using my DX7 as my MIDI keyboard. That's how I'm gonna do it. Or maybe the Mary Roland. I will see. So this I think it will be the DX7, because I must turn off and turn up Cubase if I'm using my DS, because it's not plugged in now. What do we have also here? We're gonna look up some other, going back to that sawtooth, the classic sawtooth. You have here modern sort, triangle, and sine wave. We're gonna see the triangle. Going back to the classic. Can pan it. That's also a nice feature to have that. So now how we going next also, my question is, how do you turn the second oscillator on? So because now the second oscillator, it's turned off, I think. That's on, that's off. So is there a mixer, oscillators, ring mode, also ring modulation in this case? There's so many things here. Where is the mixer in this case here? Level FX, those are the FX that you can have here. And then FX2 and of course those are the Godis, all the different FX that you have on this synth. I don't think I can do one video for this plugin because it's too much things and also interesting. So I'm very glad to come across this one here. So different LFOs, those are the macros, but I don't use that. So and here we have LFOs. So those are LFOs I can use and modulate that with. Portamento, the pitch, then you have here the filter, then filter balance between those two, and that's the second. You have two filters. That's special, two filters instead of one here and the other one here, filter 1 and filter 2, and you can balance between those two. Whoa, that's too much. And like I said, normally I'm very fond of synthesizers that are very hands-on, are easy to use. This one is very the sound is superb, but to use it, because now I'm looking for how can I turn this oscillator 2 on. Oscillator 2. How can I turn that on? How can I turn oscillator 3 on? Because it's off. The only oscillator is on is this one. So is there... So oscillator 1, yes. Then if there is someone who knows how to turn oscillator 2 on, or is it maybe with here? Now that's for the FM. That is oscillator 1 and 2. That's for the FM. I don't use this now. Also, you see, it's not so logic that you don't know how to turn on and off your oscillator. That must be the first thing that you have direct, because you don't can choose a different square, triangle, but it's not on. So why isn't that? What do we have here? That's also maybe it's mute. Okay, so that's a mixer. I don't see anything about mixing here. So why didn't they right here above mixer? So you have a mixer. Strange. Or scene instead of scene, mixer. Strange. Now I found it. So we have two oscillators. The first one is a sawtooth, and the second one I'm gonna use also maybe a sawtooth and detune that a little bit, and we will see what it's. Classic sawtooth, same thing. detune a little bit. The pitch of sawtooth tune. Nice. Some brass sounds. That's too much. Less resonance. I can also try to create the same thing, but now with a pulse width and a normal pulse square wave, and then the other one a pulse square wave, but try to modulate one of those two with the LFO. That's the model. So that's okay. I know how to turn on and off those oscillators. I know also how to change waveforms. I know how to use those two filters, amplifier generator and filter generator, those two envelope generators. So far I am, and this one is the LFO. So if I'm going to the LFO, I can use sine wave and try to modulate. Now where is the modulation? I do have also the ring modulation here, but we're gonna skip that and go into the modulation. That's a key tracking, useful when I'm going to play with the keys. With a high pass. Okay, filter balance. I can choose second filter, but we're gonna just stay with the subtractive synth with one filter, not with the. So you can have two filters here, but now I'm gonna take it step by step. We have here also the effects, but I'm gonna use my effects on my mixing table. That's easier than on this. Easier. It's also easy, but for today I will stay on the mix table. Then we are going to. So this one I don't need. Now for modulation. So this, I think that's the pitch. So to pulse. What does that do? That's a morph. You can morph from saw to. Oh, that's also nice. You can go from saw to square, and triangle go to triangle. Okay. And go for a pulse. That's not a pulse. It's just a width. That's the width. Okay. That's what I'm going to try to do, to modulate this pulse wave. So you can have, as you hear, that's normal. More pulse. If you do that, you can create that volume. So where unison, detuning, set. Turn that off. Okay, now for the modulation. That's the rate and phase you have chosen for the waveforms. LFO envelope generator also. You have an LFO envelope, but we are not going to use this one here today. So sine wave, key trigger, random. Okay, you have also a sort of a random you call it also help me out, instead of random, how do you call it again, instead of random, sample and hold also. Sample and hold, deform. Okay, now the modulation, where can I find that? See, where can I, mod wheel, pitch bend, velocity, amplitude. So where can I find? So as you see, I'm struggling to find everything, and that's the design is maybe too much, and it's not so chronologic created. So where can I find the modulation? That play mode is that this one. That's just the play mode is in poly mode. So you can also go to oscillator routing, confirm now. That's a feedback. They don't need that because for the FM. So as you see, I'm struggling to find a modulation for this oscillator, for oscillator 2. How can I modulate oscillator 2? So go to solo, that's the ring. It does that too. 1 and 2, 3. That's 1. So it's for the ring modulation. That's noise. Okay, we have here noise. That's also set. That's 1 and 2 for portamento. So is there someone who can help me out how to find that modulation for oscillator 1 or 2? So I want to modulate oscillator 2 with my LFO. The rate is set here. That's the rate. And then we have here the phase, but it stays normal. Deform, amplitude, maximum is okay. So where can I see which one? LFO, MPG. So how do I know which oscillator I'm modulating with my LFO? Where is my fader or something that you can use for modulation? F1 and F2. No, this one is not what I need, I think. Wave shape, that's also not what I... Velocity, filter 1 and filter 2, those all just for the filters. But I'm not using those filters, so those stays in the middle. No, that's just an analytic. I don't need that. That's for the filter balance. Filter type 2 is off. Then we have here so how do you modulate this one? Just changing the filters, split, patch, history, MPE. This one is like Michael said, MPE. If you use that, if you have a keyboard, it is an MPE, so you can have that. All those tune, zoom, natural, warm. That's not what I'm searching for. And you save that's output, filter configurations, also the FM routing. You don't need that because I'm just going to use this synth as a subtractive synth instead of an FM synth. Play mode, up, down, drifting, noise, coloring, not what I need. It's in. So I'm stuck here to use my modulation. Is that in this case LFO1? This one? So I'm stuck. Just naming the LFO. But how can I use my how can I use this that's sort of envelope generator for your LFO, of course. And here you can amplitude, deforming the waveform. That's the rate. But I don't know how to modulate this oscillator with my LFO. So if there is someone who can help me out, what did I miss here? Is there some options on it? Zones, value, data folder, mouse, pitch, workflow, MPE, MIDI setting, oscillator setting, tuning, reach. Where can I find a modulation for my? So the LFO is set, but I don't. Does it do sense? As you see, I'm stuck here, so I must search that another time. If I sort by source, target, filter by modulation. Okay. I must look it up before I can go further. So instead of creating a patch from scratch, I'm gonna search that up, how to create a modulation with your LFO. So I was doing those two, and I want to modulate one of those two like that. So the pulse with modulation. So So you have this, and add modulation from OK. You see, it's too complex. And that's what I don't like about some. It's always, you must go deeper and deeper. Now, if you're going, now I see add modulation. So I can add now modulation to this, and I'm going to use the LFO1. Scene LFO1, okay. Got a 80%. It does it, yes. Oof. It just that's too much. Square. So, recapitulate. I'm gonna rewind a little bit, starting from. So now I get the picture. So you must always press on your left mouse button to go to the settings of your modulation. So if I want to have sync, and can go here for my settings. So what I did was the width of your pulse, and I can value, add modulation, can use here. I can also use instead of the LFO envelope generator, and so on. So that's the way how to use our modulation. So now I know how to use this synth as a normal subtractive synth, but you have also some effects on. You have also the FM section here. You have also your wave tables here that you can use. You have two filters that you can use. You have lots of option here for modulation with different sine waves. So complex, a very complex sound. So that's maybe for another video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with my DX7 some presets on this synth, just to know how does this synth sound. So and for the next video, I'm going to start from 0 again, and we're going through all those features here, and then creating a patch from scratch and ending with some nice sounding patches. But now we're going to go to some factory patches, and we will see. I'm going to play it with my DX7. We will see. First, I'm going to turn that DX7 on. Just going through some patches, and for the next video I'm gonna gonna make a part 2. Then we go deeper into that synth, what you can do with it, how do you create some patches, and like I said, is it worth it? I think so, but there's some learning curve. You need some time to learn the synth because it's too complicated. There's lots of things that you can do with it, and you must take it step by step. Otherwise, you will. It's too much. But if the sound is okay, that's a most important, of course. One thing I noticed is that I cannot it does not scroll through the patches. That's a little bit pretty. Maybe it's a setting or something. I can try with my, but I can use my mouse, of course. Nice bass, but I'm gonna tweak something. Take off a little bit of that attack, a little bit more. So that's also maybe an issue. You cannot change your synth with the other patches. I can just choose another patch and it goes to another patch. And here there is an aftertouch on this one, on the X7. It comes through, but it doesn't recognize it. So I'm going through those brass patches. So the aftertouch doesn't work. It works, but it comes into, it doesn't recognize. Stays nice. That will be the jump. Normally that will be that sound. If it is, it's nearly. Something like that, but does it resemble the? Does it sound the same? Not bad, but I missed something. I don't know why. There is something that it's a very nice sounding synth. Another brass. I'm gonna try also to, I'm gonna turn this on, to use maybe this keyboard. Maybe it will change without, but it won't work now with this one. It was clipping. Use my sustain pedal. Here you must have that release. That will be better if you have that. Also for the filter. Much better. See if the aftertouch was recognized by the synth. You can use that aftertouch to do that. But you cannot do because it works, but very nice sound. Nice, like it, but there are some issues, and maybe we'll talk about it in the end. And after a while, when I check it out better, then in the next video I will tell you what I find, what I think, and my honest opinion about this synth. But from the sound and the things that I hear and see, there are lots of positive things, but also some. This one also, synth breath from Toto, but I don't know how do you play it. before I played it once, but I forgot how to play that because but I don't hear that brass sound of Toto. Some other patches, but before I do that, I'm gonna try to use the DS88 as a keyboard. Maybe I can change those patches with this synth, but I don't think so because it's more the plugin that it's not capable to receive those codes, because it does that with the other plugins, the DX7. Even the aftertouch can work also on another. So now it's the like I thought, it won. So like I thought, it had nothing to do with the DX7. It has all to do with the plugin that doesn't recognize the system. I think it's called how is it called? You can find it here. Exclusives MIDI code. That system exclusive. Sometimes if it's not programmed in that app, then it won't recognize all those codes, MIDI codes that you're sending from your keyboard to that. Strange, very strange. Now some lead sounds. Something like that. This one is very nice. There are some very nice sounds in this. So that was the classic DX lead sound. Lots of low end. There are so many lead sounds in this. This one is harsh. Remembers me to the sound of the Prodigy. How does it go? So harsh. I'm just choosing randomly. Lots of those patches, there is no modulation. And that's also a little bit disappointing. Now some of Pat's. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off the effects that I'm using, because what you hear with those effects that I'm using can be that sounds okay, but I want to hear it clean. And that's different. So lots of those patches are sounding great because I'm using also those effects that I'm using on my mix table. But when I'm using, for example, the Prophet 5 or my Udo Super 6 or even the GXAP along without, I'm just using those effects like the chords, the analog chords on those synth. But the rest, I don't use them. Maybe a little bit of reverb. That's all. But in this case here, there is some effects on it. And I'm not so fond of those effects, to be honest. I don't find them very... That's okay. This one is okay. Yes. That's super soft. Nice. This one sounds nice. This one is a... So I'm using it now clean. This one is okay. Oh, excuse me, an event patch. Similar as the other one. Now with some sequence. Strange. That sequence that doesn't work. No. Some chords on it. So for the last one, I'm choosing randomly a polysynth. on that note, I'm gonna end this live jam. It was nice to have all those comments and also the visitors. It was just normally I was doing this jam, this overview about this synth today and tomorrow. Normally not today, so it was just by chance I did it today. But I will do that again. Now I know the synth a little bit better, and I know what the tricks are, and also I have a better idea what my opinion about this synth is. Some positive things, also some negative things that I'm gonna talk about in the next video. Then it will be the real overview. This one, it will be a preview of the overview of the plugin synth. It will stay on the channel. This one, I'm gonna change it a little bit, and you will see, or stay tuned, of course. Then you will see it will be, I will let it know when I'm going to do the second one, the real preview about this plugin, and I'm gonna give you also my opinion about this plugin, if it's a real good plugin, or is it worth it to have that in your DAW, or does it match with the real stuff, like the real vintage synths and the analog synths that I have here. So that was it for today. Thank you all for coming and visit my channel, and also for all those who came and like and also subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to know there are people interested in those things like the synths and plugins and music, of course. Take care about yourself. Stay creative, of course. Don't forget that. And we will see each other on the next live stream.